magical time that happens when our sun sets and the night sky paints a glorious picture above us that has fascinated the human race for as long as they have existed on this planet. How do we know this? Humans were given a special gift. They were given the gift of communication. We have found drawings and carvings of the night sky on the sides of boulders, on the walls of caves, on the skins of animals used as shelters, and on sacred ornaments used as jewelry or objects of ancient astrology. To help the people of the ancient tribes understand what they saw when they looked up to the night sky, stories were created by the tribes and passed on from generation to generation. Here is one of those stories. In the beginning, goodness fought evil until evil was finally defeated. Goodness celebrated by creating the universe. She filled it with space and time and beautiful celestial bodies, including comets and stars and meteors and galaxies and all other forms of matter and energy. Soon the universe was just about filled, except for one final space. Goodness called to a favorite sun and placed him in the space. But the sun looked lonely, so Goodness decided to give the sun planets to keep him company. The first and smallest planet was Mercury. Mercury zips around the sun in only 88 days. Next was the beautiful and hottest planet, Venus. Beneath its thick and toxic atmosphere were many mountains and volcanoes. Mars was next, a cold, desert-like planet. Its mountains and valleys and canyons were covered with iron oxide dust that gave Mars its red color. Goodness then summoned Jupiter, the largest planet to orbit the sun. It was a gas giant, and Goodness especially admired Jupiter's great red spot, an enormous storm more than 10,000 miles wide. Saturn was the next planet summoned. Goodness loved the beautiful rings made of ice and rocks surrounding this gaseous planet, made of mostly hydrogen and helium. As Goodness thought about which planet she would pick next, she was suddenly surrounded by a terrible smell. When she turned around, she was not surprised to see the planet Uranus. Uranus was a bit of an oddball. It had clouds made of hydrogen sulfide, the same chemical that makes rotten eggs smell so foul. And if that wasn't enough, it is believed that an object collided with Uranus roughly 4 billion years ago, causing it to tilt. So Uranus basically orbits on its side, causing extreme seasons that last 20 plus years. Goodness looked at this very odd planet and sighed. Uranus was, after all, a beautiful, tilted planet with a blue-green tint and 13 sets of faint rings. Take your place, Goodness said with a smile, and Uranus happily joined the solar system. Neptune, a giant stormy blue planet, was selected next. Neptune's winds travel at more than 1,500 miles per hour, and it's known for having the fastest planetary winds in the solar system. It is also the coldest planet, with an average temperature of minus 346 degrees Fahrenheit. As Neptune took its place, Goodness noticed little Pluto waiting to get attention. Pluto is considered a dwarf planet. It is smaller than some of the other planets' moons, but it is proud to be a very active ice world that's covered in glaciers, mountains of ice water, icy dunes, and possibly cryovolcanoes. And because of its size and orbit, it takes Pluto 248 years to make one orbit around the sun. Goodness gladly welcomed this spunky little dwarf planet to the solar system, and then he took a moment to inspect her work. It was then that she realized that something was missing from her newest solar system, and that something was life. Goodness got to work immediately to create another planet. This planet needed an atmosphere rich in nitrogen and oxygen and enough water to cover 2/3 of the planet. When that was completed, she added mountains and meadows and oceans and rivers. Fish began to swim in the sea, and the land abounded with countless plants and animals. Goodness decreed, all is complete, and I will call this beautiful planet Earth. And as my final gesture of goodwill, the caretakers of this planet, my dear human beings, will be given a very special gift, a heart filled with love. And the Earth will forever be beloved in light and darkness of space. And now, said Goodness, my work is done.